Well, hey, friends, I know that we just began our first week in Lent this season, but I wanted to go ahead and train our eyes forward to Holy Week for just a moment together. Holy Week is such a special time in the life of our church, in the life of the Church Universal, and I wanted to remind us of why it is so special and dear to those of us who follow Jesus. Now, I recognize that some of you may be newer to faith, and so you may not have a background with this week in the life of the church. Others of us may have come from backgrounds, church traditions, that didn't celebrate all the days of Holy Week that we will be here at Cornerstone, and so you may have less familiarity with them. And so for all of us, I just wanted to give us a sense for what we'll be moving toward as we move toward Holy Week together. So in Holy Week, we come as pilgrims who walk in the footsteps of Jesus. We walk with him from his entry into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, then to his Last Supper with his disciples on Maundy Thursday, followed by his death on the cross for us on Good Friday, and then to his glorious resurrection, which we'll begin celebrating at our Easter Vigil and we'll continue celebrating on Easter Sunday morning together. These are the rhythms we move through during Holy Week. And as we walk through these beautiful holy days together, we don't merely remember the past as things that happened to Jesus during this week. These services, in some sense, invite us to participate in these realities today, the realities that are at the heart of these services. Things like God's love for us, the power of the cross, the glory of Jesus' resurrection. I don't want you to miss out on all this. And so I hope you'll make every effort to join us for as much of Holy Week at Cornerstone as you can this year. And to help us know how to begin, I want to share just for a moment about Palm Sunday specifically. I hope to share in subsequent videos a little bit more about the other days during Holy Week, but for now, here's a moment on Palm Sunday. That's our first service again of Holy Week. We'll begin at 10 a.m. here at Cornerstone by gathering at Dickinson Park, which is just 2 blocks down the street from our building, and we'll begin with a procession. Now, this procession is an ancient custom of the church, a procession with palms. It was already observed in Jerusalem in the 4th century, and it calls to mind the triumphal entry of Jesus, our Lord and King, into Jerusalem in the week before his death. The procession is fundamentally an act of worship, witness, and devotion to our Lord. Palm Sunday is unique in having 2 gospel readings. Originally, they were 2 distinct liturgies. The palms were blessed, and the triumphal entry gospel was read outside the church building, which we'll be doing in Dickinson Park. And then the door of the church represented the gate through which Jesus entered the city. And so we'll come upstairs and begin our normal worship service following the procession here in our sanctuary on Palm Sunday morning. The purpose of Jesus' journey to Jerusalem was to fulfill his Father's will. Thus, it is fitting that this service continues with the reading of the Passion Gospel, in which the whole story of the week is anticipated. The emphasis of the liturgy turns to the days that lie ahead in Holy Week. We who hail Jesus as King one moment may in the next deny him, even joining with the crowd in shouting, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" It's a powerful moment in our service that puts us in a mind space and a heart space to appreciate the saving work of Jesus that we'll be celebrating in the week to come. I hope you'll join us for it. And please, if you have any questions or want to know more about these services, please contact our church office. We'd be happy to share more about these special services in the life of our church with you. Thanks so much.